Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
And they swept the team last season, got the upper hand, and sustained the momentum.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the table.
Now here's Curry. Butler, good. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Here's Morant, following the bucket by the Heat. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, the defense can't let Morant get comfortable down there, or he'll just continue to torture.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Curry, that's good.
One of the deadliest shooters in league history. Curry's range knows no bounds. Simply incredible.
Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
For 3, Sexton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
Outside Curry, inside. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Rizachet. Pass to Sexton. 5 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark. The Heat with the lead. Outside Butler. Here's Barrett. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Outside Morant. Pass to Weber. 4-3. Hart pulls it in. Here's Butler. Rebounded by the Jazz. Sexton looking around. And he drives in. And he dunks it down.
When Sexton gets a head start, he's so hard to stop.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Here's Sexton. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Sexton's got 10.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Outside Curry. Here's the pick. Pass to Barrett. Back to Curry. 3-pointer. Ja Morant grabs the miss. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Oh, they get a hand on it. Butler with a steal. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Barrett. And he throws it down with one hand.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Outside Sexton. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Morant. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Utah shooting their first free throws of the game now. The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Jazz, Johnson.
And Johnson drops them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
He got it up. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game.
The Jazz, 14.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree, Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. It's deflected. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Pulls up for 3. The shot by Johnson, no good. Miami trailing. Outside Curry. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Outside Morant. Pass to Johnson. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Here's Morant. Morant with the close-range bucket.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
And Williams punches it home.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Pass to Johnson. Outside for Moran. Moran taking no chances on the flush.
Yeah, so tough to knock Moran off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
It's stolen away. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. The three from Sexton. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Now it's a three-point Jazz lead. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Now here's Thompson. No points so far. He takes it in, and he gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 5.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Utah making a switch here. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
The kick out to Johnson. Here's Rizachet.
Get there.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Johnson. Deflected.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort. One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Now here's Simmons. No good again that time. Morant looking around. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Simmons with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Back to Simmons. Outside Watson. Miller on the wing. Yet to see a basket. Jams it in off a great move.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Utah leading by 5. Now Morant. 9 points in the game. Pass to Thompson. Outside for Morant. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead, just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Williams with the screen. 3-pointer. Curry's shot is off. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Rizachet. Still without a bucket. Here's Weber. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Pass to Curry. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And that one drops.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Fast break Miami. On up the court. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, one of the better dunks we've seen from Barrett. My goodness.
DeRozan outside. Here's Rizachet. Here's Weber. And the layup is good off the glass. Weber's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Curry draws the double. Pass to Williams. Utah grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. DeRozan down low. Look at DeRozan making his presence felt.
DeRozan not trying to do too much inside.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
The kick out, Curry. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. The pull-up. Rizachet, no good. Heat trail by 11. Here's Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 11 points.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Pass to Rizachet. Shoots over Curry. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
It's tipped.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
Outside Johnson. Fires in the triple. He has 7.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Curry. All right, the Jazz making a change here. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Utah making a switch here.
Timeout.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Timeout.
Start it.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Substitution on the court.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. Curry splashes it in.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Pass to Rizachet. Good, and the setup by Morant.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Curry with it, guarded by Morant. Watson, up and in on the layup. Watson's got his first points of the game.
A shoot-first guard who also is selfless. Curry continues to add to his resume.
Here's Morant. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
It's his first trip to the line, and that one falls for Curry.
And you can tell being a leader comes naturally to Curry. He sets the tone out there, and all his guys follow his lead.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Morant. On the wing, Thompson. And a great show through three quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Jazz out in front.
The Jazz, 47.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Morant with the ball for Utah. They've led by as many as 11. Outside for Sexton. It's the trifecta.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Screen by Watson. From downtown. Nails it from three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Assisted by.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And here comes the break. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren. Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Here's Johnson. Good. And the Jazz lead by 11.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Williams with the screen. Launches it from deep. Weber pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Pass to Thompson. From behind the arc. And again, it's Utah with a three.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Williams with the screen. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Weber. Oh, Williams with the block. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Count it. Good. Curry's got 16 in the second half.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Curry. Shot from the top of the key. Again, the Heat score.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Pass to Morant. Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Left side Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Over Sexton. Curry's shot is off. Utah leading by 13.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Jazz.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Ja Morant picks one up.
And Curry is always a threat to shoot, which is why defenses sometimes get too aggressive guarding him.
And so Curry nails both of them. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Pass to Thompson. Pulls it from the top of the key. The shot misses. And so it's Utah with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Young while we all grow old in a world where you never bite a hand that feeds you, and if he cries wolf you can never believe him. Easy come, easy go, so they say, so we know. And in the fall, then we fold, puppet strings.
Back the television telling lies to me. If a penny for your thoughts, then it's costing me. Just the luck of the draw in the and an eye for an eye in today's economy.
So they say, so they say.
Be a good boy, Johnny, don't you ever play with.
So they say, so they say.
You gotta crawl before you walk and walk before you run.
Crawl before you walk. Walk before you run.
Another man's treasure.
But if you want it bad, is it love or possession?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Take a second just to sit and chill and smell the roses. Looking for acceptance, open doors that never close them.
When the hand's dealt,
you gotta know when to fold. And if a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, an apple every day, keeping doctors homebound. Using the word they can be more than a pronoun.
And if you don't pray, they be breaking the quotes. And walk before you run. change it.
So you think I ain't gonna speak from my heart, you know what I'm saying? I want 1,000. Yeah. I done turned a dancer to a trophy. I done bought rings like Kobe. Never sent a tweet with emotions, She heard she got emotional. Got my heart like I feel her heart beating when I'm hugging her. Take me back to Kingston to see my ancestors. On your grave and some red leather. Turbo Panamera, the seats, bird feathers. Keep lying on me like Carmelo. Don't lie to me, I'm on God levels. Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done? Either you a rebel or what we done? Stars, what we doing? A few remain nameless, deserve my dedication. I just want my movement like Larry Davis. Came from Amsterdam, had my head up. Screenshot, got me fed up. Playing with like a silver. She ain't tryna shop me, she thinking selfish. I just bought my yarn, new Rosetta's. Went to Tokyo, I had to hit the like the kicker with a cause she played soccer. Into some goals, no, she want that Balenciaga and it's obvious. Real patience for them big faces and I got it. Still from the last night. The ones working. I just left your wife at the back. Leave me all alone, throwing a party. I'm gonna have commitment in this world of sin. Try my best to love you in this world we in. Take another look at every foreign I'm in. End up with the that I started with. I must been when I recorded this. Had in my hand while I was typing it. I know I'm arrogant, but don't be trifling. I iced at you once and you got iced again. These guitars sound like Parliament. I just blow the chick, baby, pardon me. All black trim, dark burgundy. Keep it real with me, no perjury. Put them bags on her arm like waistband. Sex Fifth Avenue, she ran through 80 bands. Got your passport ready with some aliens. Got my transport up, I'm on radiance. Got my transport up with Mercedes-Benz. I can't never give up on what we had. Abracadabra made my side better. I'ma stay down with you, but don't give me a headache. Lifestyle's radical, please excuse me. California housing, getting better with my visions. Audemars Richard Mille came in a FedEx. Like a grudge that I ain't never getting. While I'm looking at my present, presidential tense in the back, I done made it. You better stay on your getting graded. Take you to a spot and same bars as you ready. Whip the double R with the stars in the hearings. Caught up with the baby, did I change the address? Times got hard and I your lashes. Everything real, I got my golden ears added. But I will rock a paddock if you love us. Maybe it'll be. I know I lost your trust, but I made you. I got to tell you how I'm feeling. I tiptoe, now I dance with the devil. I take the boat out to Bahamas. Shout it right for a real one like a. I done turned a dancer to a trophy. I done bought rings like Kobe. Never sent a tweet with emotions, She heard she got emotion, Got my heart like I can feel her heart beating when I'm hugging her. Take me back to Kingston to see my ancestors. On your grave and some red leather. On your grave and some red leather. Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done?
Pluto got 20 girlfriends. I'm doing it wrong. Cut off all my. Now I'm only putting you in a song. Day one, shawty been with me from the playground. Hey now, maybe that's the reason I was playing around. Running like a chicken with his head cut off. Through the streets with a lot of red leather on my shoulder blades. In my older age, see the error of my ways, but I'm still not totally over all the temptation. Why the sin give you all the sensation? Yeah, I'm with Future up and just wasting a lot of money on the education. Through so much paper that we causing inflation. Now it's late and I'm getting impatient. Penn Station, I'm playing, I'm just. She whispering my ear. But I'm staying strong, I got authority, willpower. When I feel power, me and Astro, 6'4", we the twin towers, twin. It's a metaphor for the boy when you in proximity. I can't stop right now, they gon' remember me forever. My story's more clever, my similes was better. My energy was never on some toughest. I was just a conscious rapper that was. I was just a college from a rougher premises. Kept my nose out the streets, but I love to get a whiff. But an action with risk comes attraction. And I turn into a track star. Wanted all the thing I rap for. I've been trying to. Since hacksaw, Jim Duggan, running through the field in my Timbs. Now I'm with your Metro on the VIP, incoming. For the like we make love and thinking to myself, could I really be with one woman? I think so, but it's hard when you with your dogs at the thinking I could Ruby Rose with a keystroke. Ego, ask yourself, is that gonna bring you peace though?
Endless, what we done. Either you a rebel or what we done. Stars, what we done.
I'm cooler than the ice inside the hockey store. Cooler than the ice, I probably city on the screen until the poppy store. I got cream watching all the Rockies on. I put paint on it. Just a gain on it. 1,000 on this hoodie, never got a stain on it. 1,000 on that, never got my name on it. Yeah, screen inside the seat and you go watch the game on it.
I don't rest it off. Every festival, shut it down. Y'all don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch. I don't rest it off. Every festival, shut it down. Y'all don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch.
It's time for some hoop. At the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch.
Yeah, and the old adage is that it's hard to beat a team, any team, 3 times in one season. And that's the situation we're facing today. This would be their 3rd win in the season series if they can do it.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Here's Williams. Ball's knocked loose. Holiday with it. Outside, Davis. And a miss there on the triple. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Now Davis. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. A nice shot by McDaniel.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
It's Curry with the drive, and it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now here's Curry. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. 5 to shoot. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Davis. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Outside, Davis. Over Williams. And it's Davis missing. Not a fast start here for the Heat. Still without a basket in the game. Curry from deep three-point land to end the cold streak. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Shot clock at 5. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Stephen Curry, a 3-level scorer, gets a chippy right there.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Now Curry. James Harden missing on the 3. Pass to Watson. Lets the 3 fly. The Knicks pull it in.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Curry with the bucket.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. It's stolen by Watson. It's stolen by Davis. McDaniels with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Harden. Nothing on the board. Pass to McDaniels. It's LeVert on the wing. In the corner, Harden, 4 on the shot clock. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Well, the pre-shot preparation of James Harden is exceptional. He knows in this instance that as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's got to be ready to fire.
Porzingis with the block. And Harden with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Curry. He's got 5. To the middle. There's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here's Harden. He has 5. And it's Harden slamming it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Heat are always a tough-minded bunch. Jimmy Butler says, I just think nobody cares on our team. Make or miss shots, we're going to be who we are because we're not worried about anybody else. So that's what I think it is. The I don't give a darn factor. I'm paraphrasing, Kevin. You get the picture.
I do, David. You are G-rated. Hey, thank you, D.A. Outside, Porzingis. And again, it's New York. made you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Williams. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. The Heat trailed by 3. Puts up a deep 3. Curry can't get it to go. And so it's Harden bringing it up for New York. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the court.
Harden looking it over. To the paint. Here's Porzingis.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
Porzingis at the line, 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Heat moving the ball around. You know what a play. He just palms the block. Pass to LeVert. Back to Porzingis. Now LeVert. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 6. With the drive. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
Miller outside. Screen by Simmons. Williams with the block. Pass to Porzingis. And here's LeVert. Here he goes. Back to Porzingis. They get a hand on it. A minute 50 left in the first half. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first half. Here's Simmons. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
.125 left in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Holiday inside the line. A second chance effort. Pass to McDaniels. Here is Porter. The kick out to Holiday. They set the screen. And stolen by Simmons.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Here's Holiday. The tray. That's It's in there. Davis with the assist. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
Well, if you know Drew Holiday, you know he is more than capable of knocking down these shots at a very high clip.
To the inside. Pass to Miller. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. "16 seconds left to play here in the half. Now Porter. Outside for Davis. Clock at 6. Back to Porter. The 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Curry from deep three-point land. Stephen Curry, what a shooter!
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
Holiday attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got 8 points.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Curry on the drive. Good on the shot.
There is nothing Steph Curry can't do on the floor. He is a Hall of Famer, and right now the defense has got to find a way to get him off balance.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Back to Williams. Crafty move. Another shot.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
And Curry, here we go. And the shot is good. He's got 16.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Back to Harden. Davis in the corner. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Hart. The Heat trailed by 3. Curry with it. He's got 16. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday.
Stephen Curry, guys, is going to be remembered as the greatest shooter in the history of the sport. But we should not sleep on the amount of winning this guy has done as well.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A tight game here in New York. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Out to the right wing. Pass to Harden. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Right wing. From outside, off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Heat moving the ball around. Stolen by Harden. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes.
Out to Porzingis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Now this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Beyond the arc. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Now it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Outside Curry. Pass to Watson. Launches it. Drains it from beyond the arc. Watson's got 5 now.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Now here's Harden. He takes it in. And the jam by Harden.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Outside Curry. Watson for 3. It's good from long range. Watson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Out to Porzingis. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And he commits the intentional foul. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Stephen Curry. Several teams changing it up here. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. A timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And Miami making a change here. And Curry hits them both. Now here's LeVert. Teardrop shot. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Knicks lead, but
the Heat 32.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. The Knicks with the lead. Holiday looking for an opening. Outside, Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Harden with the stuff.
Well, James Harden, with the ability that he has both from a smarts, IQ, and skill standpoint, nice drive right there.
Inside, there's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Holiday. Now here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Williams. They get it back. Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
This is just AD doing what AD does. Dominating the defense there and converting.
It's Curry outside. Porzingis with the rebound. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season. Well, one thing you love about R.J. Barrett is he is a scorer at heart. This guy will hunt shots. He's going to be aggressive. And when he gets on a roll, look out, guys.
Outside, Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And over the course of his career, Davis has become a much better shooter.
Curry attacking. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's New York with it. They lead by 1. New York moving the ball around. Outside Holiday. Driving to the basket. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 3.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Hart. Back to Curry. They set the pick. Shoots over McDaniel. Nice shot from the wing. Curry's got 21.
Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver it.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Davis can't get it to go. Now the Heat with it. They trail by 1. At the elbow, Williams. From deep. The free ball from Curry.
One of the best ever at embracing big moments. Steph up to the challenge.
And here's Holiday. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Drains the three-pointer.
And that's a bounce-back 3, and they're back in the lead.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
Jimmy Butler loves to rise to the occasion, sticks it right in the defense's face.
Here's McDaniels. Back to Harden. Screen by McDaniel. Davis in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Holiday. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. To win the game, and regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Glad to have you with us as we Here's Harden. Back to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by McDaniels. 3-on-3 from outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, what a find by Drew Holiday. Such a steady presence.
Pass to Hart. Back to Curry. Down low. It's stolen by Davis. To the right side. New York moving it around. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. It's extra time here. Just over a minute into overtime. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 6-point Knicks lead.
And James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Butler. Goes up off the inbound. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
From downtown, Miami grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Barrett. They set the pick. Pass to Hart. And here is Curry. 4 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. They get it back. Outside, Barrett. Outside, Curry. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Waiting with it. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. And the Knicks miss again. And it's Watson with the ball for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Outside Curry. Wants to get it to Barrett and does. Miller with the ball. Outside Curry. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
It's the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Your body is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what good comments. Okay, like Kalani's. Glad you like Kalani's. Okay, get where the party is. Right here where the party is. You better start a whole fire, Now I'm on fire, I need someone, I need Tyler, I need Ramoni, Rebecca, Serena, Selena. Let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get your own back. You don't need no one, help you inspire, Baby, let's be a movie. Come with me. Know that I'm choosy. I need you to back it up. That ain't fast enough. You know I'm man enough, and I don't play about it. You know